Wake up, I gotta go get it. Wake up, wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of College Couch Podcast, episode 4. Lucky number 4. Javaris Harris, Sax Delbridge, forever in the building. My brother, what's
What's
going on? How are you?
happening? Beautiful,
Eh,
wonderful.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, listen, episode 4, a wild week of week 3 for college football. Listen, we're going to get caught up on some things here. I think it's more so the gameplay within itself that really caught a lot of people's eye from week 3. Like teams are still struggling going into week 4, and I think that a lot of this is just really based on, in my opinion, like basic necessities and that really just need to be addressed, and I think that could really start to mend teams together, if that makes sense. But just some top stories that I just want to tease for this week's episode. We got some coach firings that we got to hop into. We got some QB struggling, some accountability issues, and then of course we got the game previews for week 4. But let's hop into this coaching carousel real quick. UCLA has fired their head coach Deshaun Foster after 2 seasons. This man was really, I want to say 10 and 15 in the 2 years he was there. And also Virginia Tech has parted ways with Brent, who also didn't really have, I think he went like 16 and 24 in like 3 seasons. So 2 coaches that really didn't bounce above that 500 mark, and I think just 2 programs that was really just ready to make some changes. But I will say this: there's a man in Virginia right now who I think both of us know very well. But yeah, there's a coach in Virginia, and me and you were huge fans of this person growing up, and he's coaching at a very historic program, Norfolk
Right,
State.
and he need to be there right now. Yeah,
And, it's none other than Michael Vick.
I know he need exactly. He don't need to be at Virginia Tech right now.
I
I
I
mean,
I think I can. Okay, hear me out. I will say this because unfortunately Norfolk State is struggling right now as well. I say give Vic some time, let him develop the program a little more at Norfolk
right. That's
State.
why I said he's
Yeah,
right where he needs
yeah,
to
let
be at.
him let him let him get some W's. But another name that would be great there is Shane Beamer at South Carolina right now. You know, his dad coached at Virginia Tech. I
That's
think he
exactly
really
why he is not going back. He's not going there
I think
because
I
he don't
think I
want to
think
live in his
Shane.
father's footsteps.
Well,
So
I think he does. I think Shane Beamer actually wants to go
he
to Virginia
literally
Tech.
said out his mouth, and that's why he didn't want to go to play.
I think of
I
course
watched the SEC
I
documentary.
did
So,
too. I did too, and
and
I
he
think
literally said he did not want to go
some
there
people
because
listen.
he didn't want to
If
live in this. He didn't want to be looked at
Stacks,
as the son of his father. He wanted his
Stacks,
own legacy.
Stacks, my brother. Now, me and you both know if the money is talking, that man is walking. Okay, so I mean, I agree.
No,
I agree.
I
If
mean, I don't
if
think so because it's if 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 he didn't move, if he didn't state it the way that
yeah,
he stated it, like he wants to pave his own way and things like that, like because I'm pretty sure South Carolina the money is pretty gosh darn good,
yeah,
you know.
I agree. I agree.
But I
And
mean,
yeah, I agree. I agree.
because you go
But
there, you literally are just doing what trying to do what your dad did, and if you don't do what your dad
yeah,
did, then
hmm
it's a bust. Like South
yeah,
Carolina, you kind of got pretty decent slate because South Carolina hasn't, done anything crazy, and then nobody before him, like his predecessor, as far as like his dad and family, didn't do anything. So,
right,
I
right, right.
mean, crazy things have happened, but
Agreed.
I don't even think it has to be a big name. I just think it's somebody that has to understand the culture
Hmm.
of that team, and same thing with UCLA. Understand that, and you know, Uh, yeah, you just have to have somebody to understand college football and understand the culture and what I'm saying, understand where they're trying to go. You know. So I mean in UCLA we got I'm a leave over there. he got his coach up out of there early, huh? So meanwhile,
Well, I
Tennessee
mean, well,
Tennessee has looked the part. So
yeah. I mean, it kind of just seemed that things were kind of just on the downfall before Nico got there. But
yeah,
sometimes
but
it
I
takes. Yeah.
mean, for the asking price that he was asking for, he made it seem like he was going to turn the program around.
I mean, yeah. That is true.
That's
That's
all
true.
I'm saying. I mean, I'm not saying that it's his fault that his coach got fired, but it didn't help. It
I
didn't
mean,
help
yeah,
him
that's true.
stay.
That's true. Yeah,
Just
that is
saying.
true.
So you know,
But yeah,
uh,
speaking of,
yeah.
but yeah, speaking of quarterbacks, let's just kind of hint at another story that we have, because also this is going to follow into our debate question for tonight's episode. But just kind of give us a little background, brother. Just some very what we thought talented quarterbacks, still top, within the college football realm of things. They're just struggling heading into week 4. And so just why do you feel why okay, I can't really ask the question I want to ask, but just kind of
Ask the
give us a
question.
I
Ask the
don't I
question.
don't want to ask this soon because we still have an entire recap and stuff to go through. But I'm gonna just say, hey, we just got some top quarterbacks that are struggling heading into week 4. But
No,
anyway,
just go ahead and say what you gotta say,
no,
and then
no, no,
cause
no, no, no,
we can
because
dive into all of it, my brother.
no, because it's really good. It's a really good question that I really took time to come up with, and I really want to save it towards the end. But we have the accountability issues with some head coaches. So Brian Kelly, you hate me right now. Brian Kelly from LSU and other coaches, as of course, Dabo and Clemson fans do not hate us. We do not hate Dabo Sweeney. We do not hate Clemson, but we definitely feel like they should be doing a lot better than what people projected them to do, in the preseason and so forth and so on. But there was a reporter that asked Brian Kelly after the game against Florida this past Saturday, why isn't the offense the productivity of the offense, like, why is it not putting up the numbers that it should, especially with the returners that it has with Garrett Nussmeier? Why is it not bringing bringing forth more yardage? Because they're second to last in yards a game right now. They're literally right under South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. So, as talented as this offense is, why are they just not producing? And Brian Kelly went off. Like, Brian Kelly lost it in the press conference. And I'm just like, that. I mean, if you think about the reporter's in the right. He's asking a fair question. Why are y'all not producing? I mean, DJ Lagway had 5 turnovers, and all you guys could do was get 20 points out of the 5 interceptions he threw last Saturday. So, what, like, how much blame? Also, let me add, Dabo in the loss against Georgia Tech this past weekend. He was more so just saying, teams are better. Like, the teams are better. Which I honestly, like, this is the
Uh,
first time Georgia Tech has beat Clemson in a while. But I mean, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, what part of this falls on, hey, my team is just not they're not cutting it. They're not cutting it.
or I need to do better as a coach to have them
Yes.
prepared.
Yes.
And then
Man,
we need to go out and execute what we need to execute.
you are on it.
So,
You are on it.
uh, jump teams are better. Well, obviously, if teams are better, that means you haven't been doing your job. Meaning,
Mm.
you ain't been getting out here getting recruits
Yeah.
and getting, you know what I'm saying, people in the transfer portal. You just now got people out the transfer portal this year. And
Yeah.
then you don't have them set up in a position to win. I don't know what it is that you're trying to do. And I love Dabo. You know what I'm saying? I think he's an awesome head coach. But obviously there's something going on either with the recruits that he's getting or the conversations he's having with his assistants, like his coordinators. I don't know. But you can't have that happen, especially losing to Georgia Tech with the upset and then looking like you did against LSU. Like, you know, uh, everybody's got to be better. You know what I'm saying? And then as far as Kelly, I it's Mister. I make it sound good, but I ain't going much further than that. Like, I mean, yeah. I mean, same thing with him. You got your coordinators. You're not having these guys prepared. You're not. You know what I'm saying? Last year you go off because defense wasn't doing. You know what I'm saying? What they supposed to do? Your offensive score. Then you say we're here talking about the same things. Well, duh, you haven't changed anything. Nothing has gotten better. The defense has gotten better, but they haven't gotten consistent. Like, so, at what point do you figure out I need to invest in a great, you know what I'm saying, coordinator, and I need to be more accountable. I need to be on top of everybody. I need to be holding everybody accountable. Something's got to give. You know what I'm saying? LSU is too historic of a program to be struggling like this. You know, and Florida too. You know what I'm saying? Florida is too historic of a program to be struggling like they're struggling. I don't know what DJ Lagway's got going on. I don't know if Billy
Yeah.
Napier is just giving up or what. You know what I'm saying? But this season is not going well or got going like anybody expected for Florida to be. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't think they were going to be like a championship contender, but I definitely thought they were going to be better than this.
Mhm.
Like, you know, I thought they were at least going to compete. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I just don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe DJ Lagway just isn't as good as we thought. And again, like I say before, I say again, just because you got 5 stars, that don't mean you're gonna be great at the next level. I'm just saying. That's why I say don't go to a school based off of names. Go based off of situation.
Mhm.
Go based off what's going to work best for your skill set.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I know Billy Napier's probably out of here. Uh, Kelly, I'm pretty sure he's probably out of here too. And I said before I didn't think so, but Dabo might be out of here too if he
Yeah.
keeps trending in this direction.
He
Because I
he
mean,
doubled he
go ahead.
he doubled down on some comments today. He said, if Clemson doesn't want to win anymore, I will go somewhere that wants to. I'm not. He was like, I'm 55. I'm not going to the beach. I'm going somewhere where I can continue a winning tradition, a winning culture. Like I'm not going to retire just because one program says, hey, that's it for me. And I mean, I
Right,
can I can respect that. I can genuinely respect that. Like, go somewhere
right,
where somebody wants to win. And if it's not at Clemson anymore, then hey, you
right. Because
did
I
you
mean,
did
because for all we
yeah.
know, he's been trying to do stuff, and
Mhm.
the higher ups at Clemson have been vetoing what he's got going
Yeah.
on. We don't know. Again, like something like you say, something got to give, and if he's doubling down on that and moving like that, then maybe that's the last time we see Dabo at a Clemson University. Which, I mean, I hate to see him go, but Dabo's going to be a champion or a contender at least wherever he goes. You know what I'm saying? And if he goes to a big time name, I mean, he
Yeah.
just ends up changing that program around. So, I mean,
Absolutely.
or maybe he goes to one of these vacant spots. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe he
Well,
goes to a UCLA. Maybe he goes to a
mhm.
Virginia Tech. Who knows? I mean, because
Yeah.
everybody wants to win. Everybody has an opportunity to win now. Like this is
Yeah.
what we've been asking for. Like everybody can actually contend to be for a championship now. It's not just if I'm not top four or I'm not the top two, then I can't win a championship. No, as long as you at least get in that top 10, you got a pretty goddamn good chance. You get top 10 and win your conference. You got an opportunity. So you know, um, yeah. So I mean, wherever he goes is gonna be great, but Clemson got to get it together, and I don't think it's gonna be this year. And if Dabo wants to save his career, I don't think it's gonna be at Clemson.
Yeah. I
I mean,
I I, I can agree to that. I think um again, I just think the relationship between Clemson and Dabo is just kind of you know starting to hit his again decline, and you just gotta kind of you know
right,
that it's one of those breakups you don't want to see in a movie. but it just has to happen. And so if that's the case, then hey, so be it. It's been a
Right.
great relationship that we've been able to witness in person, and best of luck to whatever is in the future for both parties. So, but yeah, brother, let's get into these week 3 game recaps. Um, hey, let's start it off. We got to start off hot. Let's talk about Georgia Tech versus Clemson, man. Upset of the season.
Uh,
One
yeah,
one that we called. I mean, you couldn't have wrote it better than that. We literally called this happening. So, and I mean, people were just like, "Wow, how?" I mean, it was the painting was so on the wall that if you walked by, you would be like, "Oh, Georgia Tech is going to upset Clemson." Like it was evident. Like it was so evident that this upset was going to happen. Um,
sure.
yeah. I mean, this Clemson team, man, they're just not hitting on all
They
cylinders.
just don't have that grit. They don't,
Oh,
Georgia Tech, although they were to me a little less talented than Clemson, they have a lot more heart. It's the same thing
mhm,
how it was last year. They had all the heart in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that's what put them in position to compete with Georgia last year and upset some of these other teams and all of that. I mean, they are Tech is back. I like to say I'm not a Georgia Tech fan at all, but being from Atlanta and everything like that, you gotta love to see Georgia Tech back in the mix and back being relevant again, like and not running the option, gosh dog it. So you know what I'm saying. So it's a beautiful thing. I like to see that they finally snuck in there and got ranked. Um, so hopefully they keep the momentum going. They got all the confidence in the world. So I mean, they fought their hearts out, man. They played, they executed. You know what I'm saying? They didn't let the mistakes get them too much. They didn't let what I'm saying. They didn't let any of the miscues rattle them, and then they didn't fold when what I'm saying. They got to take away or they got to stop or whatever. They just continue to keep their foot on the gas, and we're right there at the end. You know, so uh, yeah. So I mean, kudos to them.
mhm.
Let's keep that train going. Because I mean, right
Yeah.
now, we at first we said all roads lead through Clemson, and all the roads that have led through Clemson have won. So, I mean, Georgia Tech is looking like a beast right now in the ACC. Florida State is looking like a beast right now in the ACC. So, I mean, with Clemson out of the picture, it's really up for grabs. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
honestly. So, could Georgia Tech win the ACC and make playoffs? You know,
Hey, I
it's,
mean, listen, they have snuck their way into the top 25, sitting at 18. So if they just keep climbing and keep doing what they need to do, I mean, it's possible. I mean, they're in the listen. We've seen crazier things happen with this
yeah. I
new
mean,
playoff.
I just think if they continue at the pace that they going, they'll be okay.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yes.
okay. I mean,
Yes.
let's be real. Like, I mean, they, yeah. I mean, they've knocked off some good teams, so I mean, it's not like they haven't been tested yet. So, and they
Yeah.
got tested early, and they won. So
Mhm.
that's a big thing. That's a big thing. So, yeah.
I think the biggest thing with Georgia Tech is when you have somebody with so like you said with so much heart like Haynes King coming back, with Jamal Haynes coming back, with Malik Rutherford from Georgia Tech. And I'm no Georgia Tech fan either. I'm a Georgia fan. They probably hate us more than anything, but I can truly say I can see and I can respect the team when I see they are actually trying. Like Georgia Tech is actually trying to make an effort at just making a push for something.
To
That's what they're
compete.
doing at this point.
They
They're
compete.
making a push for. They're making
Right,
a push for
right.
something. Whatever it is something.
Yeah,
Like
that they not the underdog.
yeah,
That they deserve to be
exactly,
in the conversation, which is what
exactly.
only way to prove that is not to say it, is to go out
Mm.
and do
To
it. But
do
if you say it, then you got to prove it. Much like Florida
it.
State did. Quarterback said, "Hey, Bama ain't the Bama that what I'm saying that we used to." We finna go in there. We finna get us a W. And what did you do? You went and got you a W. Everybody thought Florida State was gonna be much like last year, a team that nobody paid attention to or whatever. No, you come out, you handle your business. Like I have no problem with talking you trash and saying that you gonna beat a team if you go out and back it up. Now, if you don't back it up, then that's your tail, Mr.
Yeah.
Postman. You done for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I mean, but I think Georgia Tech is just got that taste in their mouth, like everybody writing us off. You know what I'm saying? I also think losing last year to Georgia at the end of the season, the way that they did, kind of fueled the fire for this year. Like
Yeah.
everybody came back. It's unfinished business. Like we didn't want to end the season on that note. We didn't want to go out like that because they were right there, right there. You know what I'm saying? To knock off a big time opponent. You know what I'm saying? And their rival, the first time they would have knocked them off in God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Georgia Tech just had to prove that they belong. You know what I'm saying? Like they should be in the conversation too. That's that's
Yeah.
that's what I feel like, and they proven it. So kudos to them.
Absolutely. Agree, man. Yeah, they hey, I really hope the best for them. They really could potentially do something big. I mean, listen, it's already good enough to see all the Georgia D1 colleges winning this past weekend in the fashion that they did. So I really have high hopes for Georgia just when they're Georgia Tech just when they're not playing Georgia. So, but yeah, man. Hey, good for Georgia Tech. Hate it for Clemson to just be on the downfall they're on. All right, let's go over to Vandy in South Carolina. My goodness, man.
I
Lenora
said it.
Sellers. Lenora Sellers gets hurt this game. This offense is still spiraling out of control. Diego Pavia got this man Theo trying to date his mom. It's so much going on. It's so much
Hey,
going on.
hey, man, look, we
Oh
gonna keep we
Lord.
gonna keep it we gonna keep it football and sports.
Yes.
Pavia,
That's
I told you don't bet against Pavia,
yes.
and Pavia handle business at Vandy.
Yeah.
And for the people that are trying to discredit Vandy's win because Lenore Sellers got hurt, he has not been balling that great up until this point. So that's not, and this is kind of his thing where he gets hurt. You know what I'm saying? Early in the season, like last year, it was kind of more or less the same.
Well,
So
well, okay. Hear me out. Hear me out when
I
I say
mean,
this.
he the reason why he was not recruited so highly, why? Because he had injury problems
But
last
this,
year. Injury problems. Like this is no timeout. This is what it is. I'm saying no. Go ahead.
it wasn't his fault. That O line literally let Vandy's defense tackle. I mean, part the Red Sea, let this
I
man just go through,
I didn't
and
say it was his fault. I'm just saying that
yeah.
he is
But
injury prone.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but if me personally, I would have said he was more injury prone if he went. I mean, maybe 10 yards and twisted his ankle. God forbid. But if he was rushing,
That's just goddamn fragile. That's
well,
I'm
I mean,
saying.
injury prone is fragile. They're the same thing.
No, I mean no, but the way you saying he just got brittle bones. I mean, if you just going 10 yards and just getting hurt for that's injury prone is just
Well,
when you get injured often, regardless of the
okay.
situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there's players that have no O line and
Yeah,
Shador Sanders had zero O line the last 2 years and still played. You know what I'm
but
saying?
I mean, he
And,
didn't get lit up like
bruh,
he didn't.
bruh, you
Bro,
could drive a bus through that
Vandy's
goddamn line last two
bro,
years, bro.
Vandy's D tackle literally threw his helmet and got a
And
targeting
I get
call.
that, and I get that. I'm
You
not
know?
saying that. I'm not saying that the play didn't
Yeah.
call like it wasn't like uh uh aggressive. I'm just
Mm,
saying he's injury prone. I'm just
yeah.
saying we've seen quarterbacks take beatings. I'm not saying that you know it's his fault or he can help it or whatever.
Mm,
I'm just saying because he got hurt this year. He got hurt last year. He
yeah.
was hurt in high school a lot. Like I mean, that's just the story. But as far as his game goes, I mean, before the injury, he was not playing Heisman caliber football. It's not like he was, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they were putting up 30, 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. You know, he's good, but he's not great. Or at least he hasn't shown it to me this year. You
Mm-hmm.
know, last year he just kind of came out of nowhere. Nobody was expecting it and whatever, and they knocked off some big teams. But I mean, that's just me. I knew Vandy was gonna upset South Carolina. I
Well,
said they were gonna do it regardless with the North sellers or not.
but we already said we literally said last week that this offensive the struggles are are
Right. So I
evident.
don't know why
They're
everybody
you.
getting amnesia saying that South Carolina probably would have won had sellers been in. I
Well, I
mean,
mean, I don't think so either. And looking back 2 weeks ago, they I mean, they just played a very weak Virginia Tech team, especially now.
and they
I mean,
barely escaped with their lives.
yeah, and I mean, and you didn't really push the gas against South Carolina State either, which
That's
I'm
my
really
point.
still.
Like it took
No,
it
no, no.
took them
I
forever.
listen. I am
And
fully
that's
on
what I'm
board.
saying. Like if we're gonna call a spade,
I,
let's just call it a spade. Like
yeah,
he hasn't been playing great.
I'm fully on board with saying that this offense has struggled. Like it's the SEC's offenses have been struggling, and it's not for it to be more than one this year, like how it's been. It's really I mean disheartening because like Texas is struggling, South Carolina, LSU, Florida. I mean, it's a bunch of offenses that are really not looking great this year, man. Like they're not looking good, and it's pretty disgusting, bro. It's really disgusting to see how the
I mean, the
SEC
most
plays today.
disgusting one, if I'm be honest with you, would be Texas because Texas,
Too
yeah,
good of a team,
yeah,
and
they. I
way
mean,
and way
you had all
too.
the hype surrounding Arch,
Yeah,
which I completely, you know what I'm saying, swung and missed on that. Like he's not
mhm,
been playing great. He's
yeah.
not seeing the field great. He's not making reads great. He's not going through progressions.
But
Like I
like,
mean,
and
it's
and
not.
dude, I said the same thing on Twitter this past week. I was like, no, let's continue to say that this kid was going to be the second coming of college football. Like, we can't sit here and try to discredit everything, and we're going off of these big plays that he was doing against Sam Houston and against teams that he has to do this against. Like these are teams you do this type of
Well, I
stuff that he
mean,
was doing
well,
against.
you got to think too. You get hyped outside of his name being man, and when you have a
Yeah,
quarterback, he comes in, he plays good against small schools or whatever. Because I mean, to me, I still don't think he still hasn't proven to me like Gunnar Stockton. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, said he was gonna be elite level type player, and to me, he's just been not making the big mistake. That's to me, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But that's what you do as a fan. You know what I'm saying? When you have mediocrity or you have a stagnant spot, because with viewers that were kind of stagnant at Texas, and then with Georgia, we all seen how Beck played last year. So when you get to that point and you see the backup and the backup actually plays well, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be because the other
mhm,
team just didn't have film on him, or he just you know went out there with something to prove, you kind of be like, oh, he's the answer. Or he's gonna
yeah,
be the next guy. Let's just take the starter out, put the backup in. When most of the time, best case scenario is the starter because we're not seeing these players in practice. We're not seeing what they missing. We're not seeing like we're not seeing these players throw interceptions to what I'm saying in coverage and forcing passes. We're not seeing all of that. So as fans, we just want to win so bad so we can have bragging rights. We like, nah, he's playing bad. Put the backup in. Well, thank
mhm,
God we not coaches because we
yeah,
probably would have been fired had we put Arch in, at Texas last year against all these big time schools, and he shit the bed. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like, oh, you had a starter who had experience, and then It's just always going to be a back and forth. We're never going to be satisfied. But we are not watching these players in practice. But the hype is real whenever you got a big name coming in, or 5-star recruit or 4-star recruit or whatever, and he has a name like Manning, and you've seen the potential in him. Of course, he's gonna be the answer. Like I mean, I didn't think he was gonna play this bad. I mean, I would imagine that he could read the defense or see when they dropping back or make quick decisions, and then the line is not blocking all the way right either. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
I
lot.
think, man, South Carolina just needs a complete, just redesign of the offense, man. It's just, I
Well,
don't
if
know.
he's
I don't know where it's going to
if
take.
Sellers is hurt, then there's no need for.
I guarantee you they can't do it with Luke Doty, bro. Like that
I
man
know
has,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying
and
I know Sellers gives the.
quite frankly, I feel like that man has been playing college football for quite a minute too. Not gonna lie to you, I don't know how
Yeah, I
long he's
mean,
been there, but I feel like the name has been around for a minute.
yeah, I
So
mean, so I mean, you kind of gotta just take it what you get.
yeah,
That's when we have players only. Mean like, look,
yeah,
we know it's not been an easy season. We know that we just got upset. We know we lost Lenore Sellers for a little bit, but let's
mhm,
rally behind this backup. And because I mean, with all the talent that you have, like I think people fail to realize that sometimes the best quarterback just don't do too much. You know what I'm saying? Like get the ball to your playmakers in space. Like you have one of the fastest, if not the fastest receiver in the NCAA on your team, like wide
yeah,
receiver. You know what I'm saying? And let's get him in space. Let's get the running back going. Let's
yeah.
figure out ways.
He almost scored a kickoff return on Saturday.
Yeah, so you have to figure out ways to take the pressure off your quarterback, especially when they're struggling. Just the same thing with Texas. Take the pressure off your quarterback. Quick passes, quick screens, quick.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, slants. Just different creative things. To get them in, to get their confidence up, and then also get the players. The playmakers, the ball in space. Got to figure out ways to do that.
Right.
Because you don't want to shoot to your quarterback's confidence and then have to bench him and this, that, and the third. And it's just a whole thing. So, I mean, because if you bench the starter, the backup, who should say he's going to be as confident too? I mean, we don't know.
Hmm.
Because sometimes players practice bad and playing in the games very good. Bo Nix was one of them. Terrible at practice, balled out in the games a lot of time. Or, saying sometimes they just are terrible in the game and ball out at practice. But even with that same respect, you have to make the game easier for your quarterback. And if you can do that, you know what I'm saying, you know, your playmakers are you recruit these fast players and these shifty players for reasons to get them the ball in space. And so with South Carolina, they have to get very creative in how they approach things now.
Hmm.
You know, so that's
Agreed.
just how I think they need to have a players only meeting, and then the coaches need to get together and figure out how they can simplify things for their offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's my team.
Yeah. I 100% agree. Let's yeah, yeah, man. I really hope they find a way to get their stuff together. Maybe Luke Doty steps up, maybe not. Some really. I mean, I don't know, bro. South Carolina just really starting to disappoint as well. All right, Florida LSU, man. Again, God, what a just horrible game.
Next,
Um,
next,
I mean, I still want to ask. Who looked worse though? Because you got to think, man. LSU's
Florida
offense,
look boo boo,
but I know. I mean, yeah, 5 interceptions, but at the same time, LSU did not capitalize on those interceptions. 20 points,
but
20 points, brother. That's seven. That's 6 points. That's 30 points. Interception that you could have had, and you only got what 20. You only got 20 points. That's crazy.
and Florida got less. So
Yeah,
and five
no,
turnovers.
agree. I get that.
So
I get that. But at the same
they
time,
played worse,
yeah, it is
worse.
it, bro. I mean, again, two teams that just, man, so historic, bro.
And
So historic.
LSU, seemed like it had promise. Like this was gonna be a
Yeah.
year that we were looking for, but it didn't.
Mhm.
And in Florida,
I hate that. I really
I don't
hate
know
that. That's what I'm saying,
what are we talking about? Like Florida,
bro.
I and I hate to say it. I mean, fans, you can say whatever you want. You know your team right now is playing like buns.
Yeah.
Like it's like you lost to USF, and I thought, hey, that's a wake up call. You know, we, they'll talk about it, but you went out, you make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That'll be a thing of the past. No, you want to go in there, throw 5 interceptions, only score 17 points or so, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not mistaken, it was 17 points. But uh, yeah, no, it's no fight at all. Billy Napier didn't. He just didn't seem. I don't know. I don't know. Like I would think that this would be you would be putting your best foot forward to.
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
After that USF game, he came out and said, "I'm going to continue calling the offense." My brother, you do not need to continue calling this
No,
offense.
no.
You do not.
Whoever's on that sideline, I don't care.
You
Fire
do
me,
not.
but I'm not letting you call this
Let
offense. No.
let somebody else handle it. Like I don't know. And I know you were a part of that that Alabama team where they won back in what was it 2013 if I'm not mistaken, that championship team. Great, probably one of the greatest coaching tree, not only the greatest coaching staff that Nick Saban has ever produced, but man, I mean, just head
But
coach after head coach after head coach that was on that team.
but I mean that back then that
Oh yeah,
offense
no, I know
wasn't.
it's completely different. I know it's completely different,
No,
but
I mean I
him
said
still trying to.
that kind of offense ain't gonna work today.
Oh no, no, exactly. You can't
So
keep living in your prime, my friend. You cannot try
and
to keep living in
honestly,
your prime.
if I'm being real, the defense is really what won back then anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
if we're gonna
yeah,
be real,
yeah,
like I mean, if we gonna be real.
yeah. He got it. You got to hand over the keys. You got
I
to
mean,
give
if
somebody
we
else
gonna
the
be
keys.
real, that back then, could just saying.
You
I
know,
mean,
I get it, but you got to hand somebody else over the keys in this and at this point, man, because your job is well over on the line.
first
Like
of all,
you are.
this is what Florida needs to do. They need to get a new head coach, new offense coordinator, new defense coordinator, and then they need to also invest in a great quarterbacks coach, or just get somebody to train with DJ to going through his progressions, figuring out how to read the defense, where to go. On this play, this is that, whatever. Somebody that just sit there and go through, because DJ could be such a great player, but say
I
some.
I had this team beating Georgia this year, bro. I had this team beating Georgia and Jacksonville this season. That's not happening with this Florida team. That
Oh
is
no,
not happening with DJ Lagway. Georgia
there'll
is
be.
going
I
to
don't think
pummeled
it's not
Florida.
happening with this DJ Lagway, but what I think is gonna happen for his career to flourish is either he's gonna transfer or they're gonna have to bring in the right staff. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, Joe Burrow before the national championship year, he was just an average quarterback. Like I
Mhm.
mean, if you want to call it for real, people forget that he went to LSU the year before that. But then he got with the right staff, he got with all this type of stuff, and then he blossomed into something greater. You know, so DJ Lagway, could it be the same thing? I believe so. You get him with the right people, get him with the right coaching. You know what I'm saying, and understand try to figure out what he's seeing on the field. Like, at this point, you got a coach to get them back, get them. You know, I hate seeing Florida like this. I'm not a Florida fan by no stretch, but I
It
hate seeing this
if
because our story
listen,
LSU too. I
people at by this point, people should know who we fans of. But again, we're still big fans of the SEC because that's what we were rooted and bred on. You know what I'm saying? So to see the conference really in turmoil like this with just bad quarterback play, with offenses not producing, just it just doesn't it's not the SEC standard, and it's not the SEC brand of football that we're accustomed to. So it's really, again, for me and Stacks both, it's really disheartening to see our the football that we know and that we knew is not up to play. So that's why we're taking it so so serious, and so it's such to heart, because man, like there's not really a dominant SEC team to look to this year. I mean, Mizzou looks good, but come on, like that's
Yeah,
Mizzou, that's
well,
crying,
yeah,
that's
well,
crazy to
we'll
say.
see. I mean, I'm gonna be
Yeah,
honest with you. It's three teams. I don't. I mean, Mizzou is okay. I don't. Still not sold. Of course, we have to see when conference play because that's what the
yeah,
real
Oklahoma, Mizzou, um,
Oklahoma, Texas A&M,
and
Georgia, Mizzou are the
yeah,
four.
yeah,
But for me, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Georgia are the three.
yeah.
Mizzou for me, you know what I'm saying? For me, it's like I gotta see a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I think they really let me. Okay, so yeah, I'll hold off on Mizzou because I want to see them get into conference play and see how they look. Because I mean, they had a really good win against Kansas, but Kansas didn't.
Kansas know how to mess something up real too. They know how. I mean,
Yeah,
let's be real.
right,
You
right,
know,
right.
Kansas will look one way the last week and then look somewhere else the next week. Like
Yeah.
they're like a box of chocolates for real. You just don't never know what you're gonna get. You don't even know if you're gonna get chocolate.
Oh God, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, yeah. So Mizzou, Arkansas with Taylor Green, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and A&M are the offensive leaders right now. That's just top five. In
I
total
mean,
yards.
yeah.
Yeah,
Old Miss doesn't look like the old Miss, but
it doesn't. You can
they
tell.
definitely they definitely
Yeah.
not are not bad. And
Hmm.
Arkansas, they're still to me, they're still not. I just think they've played teams that they can do that to. Just
Yeah.
in my opinion. Um, yeah. I mean, the only one to me that I mean, like I said, Texas A&M, Georgia, and
You can throw Tennessee up there
and
now
Oklahoma.
because Tennessee played us.
I mean, they played y'all, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, I get it.
because I
I get.
mean, yeah, it's like I don't know,
I
they
get
just
it.
weren't consistent. Like it's
That's
just
fair.
like, I mean, because had they been consistent, it'd have been a totally different outcome. But uh, yeah, I mean, I mean, I guess I can put them up there. I'm still kind of salty about that game, but.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, my
It
brother.
had y'all right there. And like
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
before, what did I say last week? I said if you're gonna beat Georgia, you have to do the little things.
Well. How about
They
this? Let's go. Let's okay. Let's move on from LSU, Florida, because I was gonna save Georgia Tennessee for the last. I was gonna put Notre Dame and A&M before them, but let's go ahead and move on to Georgia Tennessee since you're on it.
yeah.
Let's
So
go.
with Tennessee, like I said last week, like I always say, as somebody that has been a fan of a team that has beaten Georgia in the past, it's been a while, but we've beaten Georgia in the past. uh when you have Georgia and you hit them in the mouth, you can't just tap them in the mouth. You have got to keep pounding on the pavement
Yeah.
and do the little things right. Tennessee with the big punt and they got Georgia backed up to like the 1-2 yard line. Those are the things that's gonna help you beat them. They picked on the right cornerback. I mean they had the receiver had 3 touchdowns. Like he accounted for almost every touchdown. Oh, they were knocking at the door. Georgia was coming back, but Tennessee, they did not keep hitting them in the mouth. It was right there. The field goal shouldn't even have been a factor. You know what I'm saying? So, and even then, with the field goal, you still had an opportunity, but you didn't capitalize. So, Tennessee, they showed me. I would definitely say the offense looks better than it did last year with Amaliva. The passing, should I say? Um, Running was kind of yeah. but it was Georgia. Georgia prides themselves on stopping the run. So we know Georgia's weakness is their DBs. Uh, yeah, their DBs, except for KJ. Except for KJ. KJ is the exception on Georgia's defense right now, in my opinion. But Tennessee looks better than last year. The pass game is actually pretty good. But like I said, you have to keep hitting them in the mouth. Um, I will say Gunnar Stockton better thank God, thank the high heavens that his defense was actually pretty goddamn solid. Um,
Yeah.
uh, again, like I said, some of the things that I saw from him, yes, he has grit, yes, he has what you want in a quarterback or whatever, but pocket presence still is one of the big things I see with him. You know,
Wait. You
I
say you see that as an issue, or that's
yes,
like
his pocket
oh
presence is to me, and I've said it since last year. Pocket presence. If it's not a clear lane, he doesn't know what to do, and
yeah.
I saw
I
that a
mean, but
lot.
I think that comes along with being a rushing quarter. I mean, a scrambling quarterback.
No. You can be aware of your surroundings, you know what I'm saying.
Oh well. I
Not
mean,
lose yourself and sit too long in the pocket because you're
yeah.
trying to figure out what to do because nothing's clearly open or clearly not open, or in your mind. Losing sight of the backside. You know what I'm saying? Blitz because you are focused on one side of the area. Those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like he did better, than he did last year with holding on to the ball, but his pocket presence to me is still uh that's his biggest to me because he's very accurate. He's a strong
But
arm.
I don't think we're gonna get a pocket presence from him because we've already it's again evident he's not going to sit in the pocket if he gets the
I don't
opportunity.
think you understand what I mean by private presence is
Yeah, yeah. Help me. Yeah.
understanding where everybody on the defense is pocket presence.
Okay.
Where
Okay.
whether it is okay, I'm because you got to be in the pocket at some point when you hike the ball. So if they're coming backside, I know I'm seeing this type of blitz. I'm seeing this type of zone. I know that the edge is gonna become
Mhm.
on this play. So I know my read is over here, but I need to be aware of where he is. If I'm if whatever is not open right here, I know he's coming. So either I have to throw it away or I have to make a quick decision to go or figure out what to do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not necessarily meaning make a magical play and a big run play. No, it's just understanding that I know that pressure is coming from the backside or whatever and getting rid of the freaking football. You know what I'm saying? That's to me, because much like last year in the SEC championship and in the playoff game against Notre Dame, he got hit on the backside on the blind side where he was looking away from and and fumbled the ball twice. I mean, fumbled the ball in the SEC championship, fumbled the ball in the against Notre Dame. This time he didn't fumble, but in the pocket collapsed. He didn't understand what it's like. He was frozen. He can run the ball like if it's a lane clearly there and he knows to run, he goes. But when it's not designed for a run, he's looking downfield, nothing's open. It's like he forgets that oh, there's a defender probably going to be over here. Just understanding what's going on around him in the pocket, understanding where the defense is, and understanding what the defense is in, so that he can make that decision to get rid of the ball or get or save the play for the next. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Stuff like that. Like I said, he's a strong runner. Um, he is Stetson Bennett like, in my opinion, just a little more physical. And he's an accurate arm, strong arm. I mean, it's some misuse, but I expect that from any quarterback, especially one that just got the keys to a team. But
Mm.
pocket presence to me, that would be his big
Yeah.
downfall. Because
I think this game. Of course, let me say this: 5 stars across the board for me, man. Great, a valiant effort from Tennessee and coach Josh Heupel. They really have impressed me a lot. Especially picking up Joey Aguilar. That running back is insane. Receivers look really good. The only thing that really was their downfall was they had a lot of youth on their defense side of the ball, especially in the DBs, and it showed because we were picking on some of them.
Yeah,
You know, with our receivers. The one thing that I truly was kind of like on the fence about was like a lot of people were saying that from just this one game itself, you got to put Gunner in the Heisman conversation, and I'm like, dude, you guys did the same thing last season. Carson had one great game against I can't even remember, but oh my god, this man needs to be in the Heisman talk. But not even saying anything about this man, Joey Aguilar, for throwing. I mean, Joey Aguilar was dang near perfect,
yeah,
but
he
Joey
was on
Aguilar just
pace after the
yeah,
first half. He was on pace to throw like
yeah,
800 yards. If he'd have kept that same pace, he'd have had like 800 yards. He had 200 yards in the first quarter.
mm,
Like I mean, in the first quarter.
yeah,
Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I told my wife that I'm like, yo, he is on pace to pass for 800 yards if he continues to do it. I was like, I mean,
yeah,
obviously, I know he's not gonna throw 800 yards in the
yeah,
game, but had
yeah,
he kept that up, you know what I'm
hmm
saying? That he was on pace for some big
yeah.
numbers.
And that's the thing.
But
Like there was some plays that I really was like, yeah, he still thinks he's in that air raid offense with UCLA. And a lot of the stuff that he was doing, he could get away. He was getting away with some of it, but some of the stuff he was like, okay, hey, my brother, you're playing against the SEC defense. Like,
but if
these
I'm being
these
honest,
high
bro,
balls, like they're not
he
gonna go.
the game
It,
plan, the execution was
oh
spot
yeah,
on. I
yeah,
just for me, I like I said, when you play somebody like Bama back in the day with Saban or Georgia now, like when you play one of those teams, you have to play almost perfect. Like you have to, like when you hit them in the mouth, you got to keep hitting them mouth. When they
mm,
give you something, you take it. When you take
yeah,
something from them, you keep on. Like you get a turnover, you have to score. Like even if it's 3 points, you got to put points on the board. Touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? Touchdowns is for sure. But whenever you have a chance to put points on the board, you take points.
yeah,
Um, there's a lot of drop. There's a few drop passes. You know what I'm saying on the shorter routes. Um, the line started getting less physical. Um,
mm,
even though they definitely played very good. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
yeah.
Um, um, the DB started to show up for Georgia. Um,
They showed up late, but they showed
yeah.
up, and I and I
Yeah,
can
but I
and I
mean,
can, and I'm okay
at
with
the
that.
right at the right time, it shouldn't have had to take
Yes.
that goddamn long, but
I
they
mean,
showed up.
hey, and that just goes along with being. And I was talking to some of my people about it, and I was like, man, I get they're young, but gosh darn it, that's not going to be an excuse for when Alabama comes into Athens in 2 weeks. That is not going to work. These guys
It's
are going
not
to
an
have to.
excuse. It's no excuse.
It's
Like
not an
even
excuse.
for Tennessee,
It wasn't an excuse 2 weeks ago when they played against Austin P. It really goes out the window as soon as the season starts.
right?
It can't
Right.
be an excuse. So
It go out the window once you name starter. Bump when
yes,
the season
agreed,
starts. Like no,
agreed,
you put your big boy
agreed.
pants on. No,
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. Like
yeah,
Tennessee's DB, he should have grew up fast. Like you know what I'm saying. Like know
yeah,
what's their state. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying. Like did you? This is no different from the game you've been playing your whole life. No different. No
yeah.
different. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Yes, this is a big game with a lot of hype. It's bigger
yeah.
fans, but it's still the same game that you've
Every
been
every
playing.
every person on that personnel, on that defense personnel, man, they have to look alive. I kid you not, bro. I cannot see any more twinkle feet, man. Losing the ball in the air, letting people get in for
And
six,
again,
man.
who is going to be the captain of that defense for Georgia?
Well,
Like,
it starts with your upperclassmen, and right
no, I
now
mean, I'm just saying, like, what person? Like, because on the
it
championship
has to be
teams, you had,
KJ.
but
It has
KJ
to
is
be.
not an upperclassman. He's a
KJ
sophomore.
is an upper class. KJ is a sophomore.
That's
KJ
not an
KJ's the oldest
upperclassman.
guy on the defense. Or between him, CJ Allen, um, who else? Daniel Harris. But those. I mean, if we're being honest, the guys who are really gonna probably end up stepping up is really like CJ and KJ. You're
And,
not
and
gonna get you
But I'm
or
not. I ain't even saying who's stepping up. I'm saying who's stepping to these players.
oh
Like
well, hey,
that's
I
what I'm.
mean,
When I say Leela, that's what I'm saying. Like we
I mean,
know
you
your
got
game is
You
gonna.
got
We know,
Raylan. You know, I
like
don't
like
know. I
prime
don't know.
example. You got like you know what I'm saying. What you call it? They used to play for Georgia in their championship team. You know, calling players out when they missing assignment mid
Oh,
game.
Raekwon.
No, not Raekwon.
Not Raekwon.
I can't think of his name,
I know you're
but
talking about.
he played for the Eagles.
Yes.
His line,
I know you're
I
talking
can't
about
think of
him.
his
Yes.
name. No,
Yes.
don't
Yes. I
worry
know you're
about it.
talking
But I'm just saying, you need players like that,
about.
especially on the defense that's gonna call jokers out. No, I need you here. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And then go dap him up when he makes the
Yeah.
right play. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. You need players like that. No secret. I don't like Georgia, like the football team. I don't like Bama, but I I call a spade a spade. I'm football head first. Football, then Auburn. I love it when a player goes out there, plays his butt off, calls his teammates out, and then has they back when they make a great play. You know what I'm saying? Good teammates, good teams, good players. They all have them. Like every championship team has somebody that held the team accountable, held the defense in check, held the offense in check. You need those type of players. And
Hmm.
right now, I don't know who that is for Georgia yet. I know
Yeah.
who's the one making plays. I know KJ is the main one of the main ones in the DB room making plays.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, they just got to be better. Like we know Georgia's a second half team, and I said it during the game. I said, yeah, Georgia's a second half team. Like if Tennessee doesn't score anymore, Georgia's probably gonna come back and win this game.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, what happened? Like I know I've watched Georgia enough. I've watched Georgia just as much as I watch Auburn because I like to study who I want to be.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's their MO. They start
Yeah.
off slow. You know what I'm saying? It's like they try to figure you out what you're doing. Second half, they come out and they kind of neutralize it. But
Yeah.
Tennessee still had an opportunity. So if Tennessee keeps staying healthy and they keep getting better, I mean, I see no reason why they can't compete for an SEC championship or you know, they can beat Georgia. They was almost there to beat
Yeah.
Georgia. I mean,
I mean,
but
man, literally by literally a game of inches, man. Like that game was
right.
won
Cause
literally by a game.
I mean, there's a lot of things that like I can't put it all on the kickers. Like I mean, yeah, he if he had made the field goal, we wouldn't even have to talk about overtime.
That was
But
that was that was
but
literally the first biggest that was the biggest kick of his life. Like that
right,
man was a
right. Well, and then
freshman.
I mean, he made a kick the next quarter
Yeah,
in
in OT.
overtime
Yeah.
around the same difference, the same angle. But I mean, it shouldn't have came to that in the first place. Like I mean, you had a few penalties called and things like that toward the end of the game. Like, I mean, you had a whole lot of stuff that could have put them in position to. Like, for instance, I give you a prime example. I mean, this is not what lost them the game, but this didn't help either. When they had great clock management.
Mhm.
It was right there. You know what I'm saying? They was driving down the field. They had one more play, and they was just gonna try to get it a little closer and get it closer to the middle of the field. And they got a false start penalty.
Mhm.
Knocked him back 10 yards. Who's to say, like, the leg distance wasn't the thing, but who's to say that he wouldn't have been more locked in had it been the first down and he got the center of the field?
Right.
So, can't blame everything just on the kickers, like everything that led up to that. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, and who's to say they get that first down right there and they don't score right there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, who knows? There's so many things that no many ways it could have gone. So that's why I say when you try to beat Georgia or you try to beat a ranked opponent, much like how Vanderbilt beat South Carolina, they just kept, even though Lenore said it was hurt, they didn't slow them down. They kept grinding, kept pounding the pavement. Same thing with USF beating Florida. They didn't let up. They kept on pushing. They capitalized, handled business. That's how you take out a juggernaut. You can't miss out on the little plays that mean a lot. That you can't miss out on opportunities. Like they all human. So if they make a mistake, you just have to be ready for that mistake and
Mhm.
capitalize on that mistake. Like
Yeah.
because you can't take out a better team without either playing with a lot of heart or hustling for those little small plays, or just out athletic out muscling them. You know, but if you're a team like Tennessee against Georgia, you have to do all three. You kind of gotta, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean Georgia, they can't start slow like that against a team that actually has a decent defense and actually has
Yeah.
a legit offense either. So yeah, I mean, looking for them, everybody that they have to really play is kind of on a rebuild. Is not having a great season. So, I mean, outside of Bama, uh, yeah, because and Georgia Tech. So, I mean, luckily, um, yeah, I mean, luckily they the schedule is in their favor, and they're at home most of the time in the
Mhm.
SEC in the conference play. So,
Yeah.
and we all know how Georgia plays at home. So,
Right.
you know,
We can't. The streak is still among us. I ain't gonna speak on too much of it. Knock on wood. So, but yeah, man. Let's move over to this last game. We gotta keep it quick. Texas A&M Notre Dame, man. A game. What a game. Dude, Texas A&M literally went into Notre Dame and literally took over the trap, man. By 1 point, CJ Carr looked great. Marcel Reed looked great. Um, I mean, Texas A&M walked down the field within the last seconds of the game, and a touchdown by their tight end. Man, I mean, just insane matchup. But I will say this: one thing Notre Dame is going to really have to work on, and I mean, it's really just maintaining possession. I mean, again, I know CJ Carr is young, but that's going to come along with him being there for some time. I mean, to start a true freshman in his first two matchup is against a dominant Miami team whose defense had to literally rebuild and reconstruct and all this, that, and the third. And then your second game is against a Texas A&M team who is defense just their defense is literally their bread and butter. So I can't really um yeah, CJ Carr just looked great his first two starts of his career. So that's really all I got from that game, man. I mean, just amazing play from both teams, man. Really, really star-studded and high-powered game for sure. Anything you got? Okay.
no,
All right. Debate question. Gotta keep it quick and brief. Who is more to blame for top quarterbacks struggling this season? Their own play, the offensive coordinator play calling, or the hype just built up from the fans and the media? We kind of answered it a little bit earlier, but
I think it's all three.
yeah, I think I can agree with that. Not only all three, but man, it really just falls like I think the biggest thing is how that player just fits in that offense all around.
That's
Is
that's
it
that's that's what I've
that's
been saying
yeah,
forever. Like
yeah,
it's not about going to a Georgia, going to a Miami. It's going to where you fit. Like,
yeah.
and if you ball out and where you in the system that you fit with a coach that understands you and you understand them,
Mhm.
you're gonna ball out. And if you ball
Yeah,
out, the eyes is gonna be on you and the money's gonna come. Like I mean, like they're
yeah,
gonna find you, bro. Like they're gonna find you.
yeah.
Like you know what I'm
There's
saying? So
there's no reason to be chasing a bag if your talent doesn't equivalent or is equivalent to the bag that you're trying to chase. And I'm
right,
not
like
gonna name names.
you go somewhere,
Yeah,
but the system fits your style of play. If you're an air
exactly.
raid quarterback, you like to air it out. Go to an air raid offense and air it out. If
Hmm.
you're a running back and you like to run the ball, but you can also catch, go to somewhere like Texas or somewhere like Georgia who gets their running backs involved. You know what I'm saying? Or if you know what I'm saying, if you're a dual threat quarterback, go to a system that utilizes dual threats. Go to a Auburn, go to a Georgia, go to a Texas, go to these places that that are catered toward dual threats. Like, don't just go to one that's gonna make you conform and sit in the pocket and not do you. Go somewhere where it's you gonna be celebrated. We go where your talent is gonna be on display. If you just, you know what I'm saying, like if you ain't no option quarterback, why go to a team that runs the option? Like if you if you're a pocket passer that don't like to run unless you have to, why go to an offense where the quarterback is the primary focus is to all the run plays? Why do that? So it's a
And don't
combination
go to
because
no school that ain't got an O line either.
right, find out. Okay, who are you recruiting on your line? Like, is
Right.
your line gonna be up to par? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. That's part of my recruitment too, because I know if I got a line, I got time, and if I got time, I got shine, and if I got shine, I got money. That mean the money gonna come. So
Right.
either way, so they can like the pressure that fans put on quarterbacks. These kids is young, 18, 19 years old, 20 years old. That's a lot for somebody that age. But then on top of that, coordinators are not putting them in great positions to win. But then also sometimes coordinator can there's only so much a coordinator can do. I could dial up a play all day long. I could dial up the perfect play with all the right routes and stuff like that. If you don't read it or you take too long to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look stupid because I'm gonna get the blame because you know what I'm saying? If I call a play and it's supposed to be play action and the receiver's supposed to do a crossing route or whatever, and you sit there and you don't know to hit the player that's sitting in the zone and you go somewhere else and they get picked off, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
I told you, hit the player that sits. If it's not there, then you go this place. But you decided to go here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, if I'm a coach and I'm dialing up these or whatever, after every play, after every time, after every possession, what did you see? Whether it's a good possession, bad possession, what did you see? Oh, he was in zone. You know what I'm saying? He sat, but somebody came across. I didn't feel comfortable throwing that, so I threw it here. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so why didn't you throw it here? This is what you were supposed to do if that wasn't that, because he sat too. That player was going. You got to understand that. Oh, what did you see here? It was an all-out blitz. So why didn't you get rid of the ball quicker? Oh, I ain't think about it. No,
Yeah.
I need to know this stuff because me asking you that stuff is not only giving me confirmation that you're looking out there, but it's also helping you realize what you need to see. And
Mm-hmm.
it's also helping me see how I can help you. Because if you're seeing this, obviously I'm not teaching you right. So
Mm-hmm.
if because we all guessing that they're gonna do this in this formation. Like we think that they're gonna go in this coverage in this formation. Teams drop out of stuff and get into stuff all the time. Post snap, like you know what I'm saying. Like pre snap can show one thing, after the snap they drop into something else. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it could look like an all out blitz and then they drop back. So I gotta understand that I have a young quarterback here that is still learning to read defense. Because in high school, you can kind of get away with not reading defenses. It's just because you'll be more talented than everybody or whatever. But college, you know what I'm saying? It's not as easy to get away with not reading defenses. And in the NFL, you definitely ain't getting away with not reading defenses. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it's a combination of all three because the pressure for the kids from the fans, which fans got every right to think that their player is this, that, and the third because all they know from him is 5 stars. Like, oh, he was a beast in high school. Gave him the ranks now. He should be a beast now. Like, now understanding that it's a totally different game, a whole nother
Yeah.
offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every level get a little better. Like, you're not just playing people from around the way no more. You're playing people from the best from all over the country. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that, like I said, the coaching, execution, and the pressure kind of can kind of get to the play too. I mean, we saw with Carson
Yeah.
Beck last year, all the pressure that he was under and how he ended up playing with that pressure. You know, which is why I wish they would never release the preseason Heisman watch list. I don't think you should
Yeah.
set a Heisman watch list to the end of the season. in my
Well,
opinion. Or I
yeah,
don't think you should make it public.
yeah. Well, or don't no, don't make one at all, and just kind of go all based on how the quarterbacks play throughout the season. Like, don't even make the
That's what I'm
preseason.
saying. Like, so
Yeah,
do
don't make
something
a
because if you
preseason.
put right, you put that in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
you just putting all this pressure on this kid to perform right, and if he performs okay and not good, now his confidence is shot. But he didn't play bad. He just didn't play Heisman like.
to
You know what I'm
yeah, to the
saying?
housing. Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
you know what I'm saying? Like, let these kids go out there and ball, and then, the last couple weeks you release it and say, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is who is on the Heisman watch list right now. Like, like last year would have been, preseason, nothing. Crickets. Based off how they played. Because didn't nobody know Genty was gonna ball out like that. Had you put him as a preseason Heisman candidate, he might have did a 360 and not been as dominant. Like, so I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, so I mean,
but
yeah, I think it's the pressure is getting to a lot of the because they ain't
yeah,
had that pressure like that, not like that where it's global.
mm,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Not it's one thing to have that pressure from your high school town or your hometown or your home state. It's another thing to have from fans from your state, your city, the next state over, the state above you, across the country. Like, you got jokers in Georgia that's Texas fans talking junk to you, and you in Texas, or you got jokes in California that love Florida and they talking junk about you. Folks that even fans of this, they talking about you and getting it's a lot more pressure, bro.
mm,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? But also,
Let's
I mean, they kind of this is what they signed up for too. So I mean, I
yeah,
don't know
yeah. I mean, I think it just comes with the territory.
for sure.
Um, let's hop into these game previews real quick. Got to keep it quick. We're gonna start off with your boys, Auburn versus Oklahoma. John Mateer, we get to see him take on Jackson Arnold and the Auburn Tigers. Uh, Definitely just gonna be a physical game, man. I think you get to see two literally out of the pocket quarterbacks who are going to be scrambling, who are going to be probably. I think the score is really going to be ran up this game.
For sure. For
This
sure.
is really this is
Um,
going to be one of those. What's up?
nah, go ahead, finish
Oh,
your statement.
yeah. I just think this game is really going to have implications of just having a high scoring, really great quarterback play. I think I really hope we see the ball thrown a little more from Jackson. Again, this is his former team, so I think this is going to be a game that a lot of people were really going to have to sit and hey, get your popcorn ready because the fireworks will be going this game
Yeah,
between
because
all.
I mean, obviously I'm going with Auburn, but War got there Eagle. We gonna soar on Saturday, but uh, I'm gonna tell you, I'm going with Auburn, but I don't think Jackson Arnold is gonna throw. He's gonna attempt it a good amount, but I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think that's what's gonna win us the game.
Mhm.
I think the ground is what's gonna win us the game. I think
Yeah.
our running backs. I think our receivers with the jet sweeps and stuff. I think that's what's gonna be good for us. But I definitely think that um the run game, I mean the pass game has a factor, but I don't think that's what's gonna win us the game. Um I think if we can get it going, beautiful. But just realistically seeing how we've been playing, when we're running the ball, we're comfortable. And
Hmm.
that's when we play the best. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and if we do win this game, if Auburn does win this game, you gonna hear it from
Oh,
me.
I know
I'm
it.
just
I
gonna
know
say,
it. I believe it. Listen,
it.
it's definitely. I definitely some people on TikTok are wanting for us to pull for this game to be upset of the week. So I still have time to decide if I
I'm
want to.
stamping it upset of the week. Auburn over Oklahoma. War Eagle. Yes, sir.
You you heard it, but all right. Anyway, let's hop on to South Carolina versus
So
Mizzou.
my boy, that mean my boy ain't agreeing with me, and that's cool. That's cool.
I
That's
still have
cool.
time. I still have time to decide before we get into the game picks. But I'm
Nah, you
still
already made your
no.
decision.
I have
Stay over
not.
there.
No, I have not
Stay
made
over
my
there.
decision.
Stay over
I
there.
have not made my decision. Anyway, South Carolina versus Mizzou. Mizzou, a team that we
Mizzou.
really don't get that we haven't talked about on the pod just yet. But Bo, some I think that's his name, quarterback from Mizzou. Y'all
Mizzou.
forgive me. It's been a long day. Yeah, man. Again, Mizzou, the top team as far as offense goes right now in the SEC, looking really good. But this is their first time playing against a really quality, solid defense like South Carolina. But South Carolina does not have the offensive power to kind of go against this Mizzou team, so I don't think they'll be looking too hot. So, but yeah, man, I think Mizzou could really be I wouldn't say a threat, so to say, in the East, but I think they really have the potential if they keep building on what they are right now.
You know, we don't got East and West no more.
Well, yeah, exactly. So they could very well fall into a higher ranking than what they normally do within the East. I totally forget about the East West. I hate that, but yeah, man. So I think that that's another game to kind of just look out for. Also, the Sunshine State rivalry has been renewed. Miami and Florida come back. I wouldn't even say come
This
back because
self-explanatory. Miami
yeah,
is on
yeah,
is
it's
on a
probably
tear right
it's
now, and
yeah,
Florida is torn. So
right,
no.
exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, yeah, I don't even yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. The
so
sunshine closer to the equator, so Miami gonna shine. So yeah.
this
Florida, you might well get your umbrella.
so
You might well
so
get your umbrella.
so
It's
ironic
about to rain on their parade.
so you heard what he said. But
Yeah.
so
We
ironically enough,
Angole.
oh no,
I'm just saying.
stop it. But
Yeah.
ironically enough, this next game was actually the game that I had slated for upset of the week. It was Syracuse and Clemson. So Steve
Oh shoot,
Angeli,
man! At what point is this gonna stop being an upset when we know Clemson ain't
but at
worthy?
the same time, you're right, agree. But I mean, dude, Syracuse beating Clemson that has not even been thought of. Like, if you were to tell me, like, yeah, I got Syracuse beating Clemson,
I mean,
and
at the
and
beginning of the
Steve,
season,
yeah,
if they
exactly.
played at the beginning of the season, yeah, like when I say beginning, I mean like before Tech beat
But
Clemson. Yeah, I
but
mean,
you also make a fair point because Syracuse is ranked now and Clemson isn't, so it's really not an upset. So you make a fair point. So,
yeah. So I mean,
but
that's what I'm saying. So like, it's like
I mean, it's still definitely
to football heads and the
yes,
college world, yes, it will be a big
right,
upset just because Clemson has been such a
exactly.
football school and Syracuse has not been a football school up until now. But uh Clemson ain't looking like a football school right now. I mean,
And
no,
I mean, and I
it's not
agree.
upset.
But
It would now it'd be an
also
upset. I would be shocked if Clemson beats Syracuse
that's what I'm
this year.
saying. So
So then it
could
wouldn't
it
be
be
a
a could it?
it
But
would be an upset.
could you count it as an upset in either form? I mean, it
I
would
mean,
definitely Syracuse.
it depends on how you look at it, but I don't.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean
Clemson as big as they are. I
Syracuse
mean,
Syracuse beating Clemson could very well. It wouldn't have as much.
okay. So from the standpoint of what an upset is, which is an upset is an unranked team or a lower ranked team beating
Yes,
somebody ranked higher than them or
right.
beating a ranked team. So therefore, it would only be an upset to the committee's eyes if Clemson were to
And
beat
beats
Syracuse because
yes,
Clemson is not ranked. But
right.
in football head eyes that watch
Exactly,
college sports, Clemson losing to Syracuse would be an upset because
exactly.
Clemson has been such a historic and big program and they've won the ACC and did all of this. So for us, it will be an upset. But to the
Right.
eyes of the world and the eyes of the playoff committee, Syracuse beating Clemson is just another day at the office because Clemson is not ranked.
Yeah.
That will be the best way to explain it.
Thank you. That was perfect. That was beautiful. Beautifully said. But yeah, so Steve Angeli, the transfer from Notre Dame, is now at Syracuse balling, leading the entire nation in passing yards. I mean, he's looking really solid right now, as far as things go. So yeah, man, I think that was all the teams that I have for the preview. Definitely a star-studded week 4 to look forward to, man. I think it is time to get into the game picks of week 4 presented by absolutely nobody because we haven't got sponsorship yet. But here we go. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up these games. Um, we haven't got sponsored by anybody yet. Nobody wants to sponsor
You
us now.
supposed to claim it. You say, hey, they brought
We
you.
are, and no, I think it will happen
Hey, it
eventually.
brought you by Twisted Teas.
Hey, don't do that. I'm not finna get copyrighted because of you. But anyway, let's start off with the top one. 7:30 7:30 Eastern. Man, you crazy. ABC, Florida, Miami. Who you got?
In
Come on.
Florida, Miami.
Yes.
I mean, that's
It's self-explanatory, bro.
sunshine,
Come on. You got
sunshine
who?
bowl. The sunshine's closer to the equator, and Miami is closer to the equator. So
Lord.
then Miami is gonna shine on Florida.
They're gonna throttle Florida. Let's go. Come on. 12. Let's go. 3:30 Eastern, ABC. Your boys versus Oklahoma. Who you got?
War got darn eagle.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna take. I'm going to. I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
I knew
Seven.
your boy was gonna take goddamn Oklahoma. It's okay. It's all right. You should have said it with your chest the first time. I knew you were gonna take Oklahoma. That's okay though. That's
Also,
okay.
I'm gonna take Miami as well. 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, South Carolina, and number 23 Mizzou. Who you got?
I got the zoo.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take Mizzou on that one. 7:30. We got a little cross state thing going on here. 7:30 Eastern, NBC. Number 9 Illinois versus number 19 Indiana. Who you got?
Indiana.
Yeah, two teams we really haven't gotten a chance to talk about. I think that'll just be a toss up. I'll take Indiana on that one. I'm gonna take Indiana. I just want to see some fireworks happen. Kirk Cignati apparently has the loudest stadium in all the country, from what I've been told. But also game that's not on here. Syracuse Clemson. Who you got?
Syracuse.
I'm taking Syracuse. All
I
right,
got the
ladies and
real
gentlemen.
orange.
The
The
who?
real orange. The real orange.
Anyway. All right,
The
ladies and
real
gentlemen.
orange. Go big orange.
That has been another episode of the College College Podcast. We cannot thank y'all enough for
Go big
rocking with
orange.
us and hanging out with
Go
us
big
for
orange.
this. Shut up for this 4th episode of season 3.
The orange
Continue
is
to
gonna
like,
squeeze
subscribe,
on them
comment,
goddamn tigers.
share, whatever you guys may do. Continue to follow us, rock with
Death
us
Valley is dead.
more than. Y'all don't understand how much you guys mean to us. Thank you for your continued support. We cannot thank y'all enough. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Stacks, my brother. Take us home, my guy.
Just ask the orange squeezes tigers and War Eagle fly high. Y'all go check. Y'all go check us out. Comment, share, like everything. We on whatever you on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, whatever it is. Shoot, let us know. Go check us out. You know what I'm saying? YouTube, whatever. Hit us on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Let us know if you got a player that needs some shine. They just ain't getting the just due that they deserve. Let us know. We want to check them out, give them their shine, everything like that. But in the meantime, between time, go tell a friend, tell their cousin, tell their auntie them that College Couch Podcast is where it's at. But in the meantime, we got bills to pay. Big Arms gonna squeeze. And the
Good,
Sunshine
goodbye.
State is
See
gonna
y'all.
is
See y'all
gonna
next week,
be
Lord
in
Jesus.
Miami's favor. I'm just saying, and the Eagle gonna soar until it
No.
can't no more. Uh, Wake up, I gotta go get it. Wake up, I gotta go get it.